Welcome, respected friends, co sadhakas. Salutations to the genius in you, to the one who has taken correct decision of studying Shastras correct time. Because any time you start studying Shastras, that is the correct time. Gratitudes to you that your presence inspires speakers too, like me. It is great being with you from last 168 days in trying to study this Adhyatma Yoga Ramayanam. Before that, last 3 4 years, every day, morning and evening, we are spending time in going through the Shastras. And though our journey is very slow, but we are steady with full faith, we'll continue. That the necessary jnanam about sadhya sadhana fully dawns in us, and inspired, we definitely do our due sadhana, reach to the goal. For this prayer and sankalpa, let us pray to the God to say tathastu and to bless us. First and foremost, let us remember our 13 Vyaktitvas whose vikasa we have to achieve. First, Loka Seva Vyaktitvam. Hmm. Hmm. Second is Dharma Sthapana Vyaktitvam. Third one is Viragi Vyaktitvam. Fourth is Bhakta Vyaktitvam. The fifth is Shishya Vyaktitvam. The seventh is Mumukshu Vyaktitvam. The sixth one. Seventh one is Jignasu Vyaktitvam. Eighth one is Shrotrutva. Ninth is Sadhakatva. Tenth is Parishrami. 11th is Prerita. 12th is Shantagambira. Last but not least is the Sanskrita Bhasha Pravinyata Vyaktitvam. Let us work towards them. Let us take all help and blessings from the Brahma Tattva, the Ishvara Tattva, the Shakti Tattva, the Devata Gana, the Guru Gana, then the Shastra Gana. Why not spend time? It's a time well spent. Why not spend our mind and inner energies for that? They too are well spent. And actually, the evolution lies in that purpose of every being is that only. Though that's the purpose, other beings may not be able to do that because of the lack of the equipments. But we, as human beings, have perfect equipments given to achieve this said evolution. All our Shastras, Satsangas are only to empower us in this, inspire us in this, strengthen our convictions in this regard. Welcome once again. One of the greatest texts we are studying, Yoga Vaashishtha, Maharamayana. First Vairagya Prakaranam done. Now we are into second Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam. From 2 days and today and next 7 8 days or 6 7 days, the topic is most beautiful, most important, not only for those who seek spiritual truth or realization, even for the world, people who are in the worldly life, for them also. Time and again, what is required for anyone to achieve anything is some words of encouragement, words of empowerment, words of inspiration. With that only, Sri Vasishtha ji started his coaching or his training. This is how all management institutes, the governments, or any of the institutes on their first few days of classes, they have to teach the students any field they are. The way in which Sri Vasishtha ji talks about the POURUSHA, the Purushartha, the self effort, the free will is unparalleled. There may be higher, greater topics than this that of Tattva Chintana, Brahma Chintana. Content wise, that may be great. But the need wise, if you see, this is more important because only after this way, establishing ourselves in the need and conviction of putting the Purushartha, whether the worldly goals or the spiritual goals, we try to achieve them by leaving no stone unturned. The amount of that inspiration, that zeal in the disciples or the students created by this topic is marvelous, enormous, and incomparable. If only we have that type of tuning and heart and even intellect to understand the way of speaking and the intention of the great sage, the Acharya, the Guru of this Shastra, Vasishtha ji, one of the most required enchanting topics. Like for Jnanam, we have to refer to some Upanishadic Vakyas every day. For Bhakti, we need to do some Narada Bhakti Sutra Adi Vakyas every day remembered. For yoga sadhana, some main sentences of yoga chitta vurti nirodha tada dashtu swarupa avasthanam or abhyasa vairagyat nirodha or tapasvadhyayeshwara pranidhanani kriya yoga or yoga anganushtana ashuddhikshaye jnana deepti aviveka khyate aviveka. These are the sentences to be by hearted and remembered, or the topics. Same way, more than all of them is to refer every day this topic. In this topic, either main slokas or even the main thoughts, if you can write down as bullet points and daily we browse through them, it's absolutely good and perfect and required. In fact, on these points, lots of quotes, calendars, everything, seminars, talks, discussions should happen in everywhere. These 3 4 chapters, क्या मजेदार है, मजेदार है. You know, the content is so pregnant, and the presenter suiting to the audience which is addressing. If he has got the knack to the present in that way, content remaining the same, it will be of the highest use. अगर कंटेंट वही होता है, लेकिन बंदा को जानना है किसको एड्रेस कर रहे हैं, वही कंटेंट को कैसे प्रेजेंट करना. इवन उपनिषद ज्ञानम, how to talk on that to those who are already पके हुए पंडित in that. How to talk on the Upanishad to seniors who are in the mediocres, and how to talk on Upanishads to the seekers who just started journey, elders, and how to talk Upanishads to the youth, even to the children. Upanishad remains the same, but we can change our tone tune, conveying the content to them in that type of package of words and emotions and humor or examples or sentiments or whatever the packages. They're all packages, packets. The content is same. Here also, this is a profoundest content from the standpoint of utility or necessity. Ultimate profound content always is Brahmajnanam only. There is nothing which can beat it. But to push a person into activity, then only anything he can achieve. To keep inspiring him so that he continues in spite of all odds, etc. That's any day is a nobler thing. Because on that depends. Like, when you keep walking, then only a small road you might walk across or a huge mountain like Everest you climb. But you have to start walking. So that initiation to make us start walking is the beauty of this content of the Yoga Vasishtha, these few sargas. Correct? Let us study them. Beautiful. Don't miss these 1 week classes, please. इसका अर्थ ये नहीं कि बाकी क्लासेस आप छोड़ोगे, नहीं छोड़ना. सुनते जाना. देखो, like this from Yoga Vasishtha, culling out 50, 60 or 100 topics, one can develop a good book. Many people have written also like that. One can develop a series of talks. I leave it to the other genius and experts. I have no time, patience, or dimag for it. My job is to chant every shloka and explain. That is what the vrata I have taken. In that, some of the shlokas may be mere details, mere data. But what to do in the sequence of the text study? That is like that only I follow. But the audience discretion is always required and recommended, that along with listening to the stories or other additional points, the main content they should be able to grasp. The speaker speaks them, but he is not speaking them exclusively. He is continuing the text also. But someone can come forward, take out this way from Yoga Vashishtha, minimum 100 to 200 टॉपिक्स इजीली. 32,000 श्लोक है ना भाई, तो कम से कम 200 टॉपिक्स तो निकलेंगे आपको, जिसमें 5-5, 6-6 श्लोक आप लेकर ना, एक एक सारांश लेकर यू कैन टॉक. मे बी इन द नेक्स्ट लाइफ आई विल डू दैट, इफ आई हैव दैट लाइफ. इसी जन्म में भगवान की कृपा हो गई तो आई लीव दैट वर्क टू यू. Let us start every day with our Shanti mantra and Sankalpa. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavadu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम निधये सर्व विद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणा मूर्तये नमः. ओम आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्. श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने. कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं. वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिं. तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे. विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्. तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः. पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने. यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम्. एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. ओम परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः. ओम श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यासादि समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य आचार्येभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव कैवल्यसिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त सन्तवाङ्मयोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्यवीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा स्वानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ते बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम आश्रमाणाम पुण्यक्षेत्राणाम विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन साधना सेवा उपासना यज्ञ आगादि दिव्य कर्मणां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरे स्थित समस्त शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं च विश्वे मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं च अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्र से पारायणम अध्ययनम साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम सनातन धर्मार्थम भारत वर्षार्थम विश्व कल्याणार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षये नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ महर्षये नमः। अथ श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम द्वितीय प्रकरणम मुमुक्षु व्यवहार प्रकरणम पंचम सर्गः पौरुष संस्थापन पौरुष स्थापनं नाम पंचम सर्गः। Friends, we'll just chant each of this shloka, see the meaning, feel the meaning as much as we can, and see if our personality can be transformed, changed from whatever it is present into a dynamic, an active, an inspired, an initiative taking personality in doing the required things to reach our set goals. For us, the goal is only one, Paramatma Prapti. Others, if at all, have any of the other goals. Correct? Now let us start. Shri Vasishta Uvach. Just Om Shri Vasishta Maharshe Namaha. Om Shri Vasishta Maharshe Namaha. ओम श्री वशिष्ठ महर्षि नमः। हर दिन ना उनका एक बार हम स्मरण कर लेते हैं। सो वशिष्ठ जी स्टार्ट सेइंग 3 श्लोकास yesterday we saw, or maybe 4. Again we will browse through them. Simple to understand but important to remember. 1. कि प्रवृत्तिरेव प्रथमं यथा शास्त्र विहारिणां प्रभेव वर्ण भेदानां साधने सर्वकर्मणाम्. Example is so beautiful. Na? To catch the example also, little alert we have to be. Prabha iva varna bhedana. Varna bhedas. Differences of colors are many. Each one is beautiful. Each one is enchanting. But do they any one of the colors come or express? Without the basic color, the white color, prabha. है ना? सफेद कलर का रिफ्रैक्शन से ही बाकी रंग बनते हैं. In the same way, so many achievements we may do in our life. All achievements are like different colors. In those achievements, first categorize them as 2. One is the spiritual achievement, second worldly. In the worldly achievements, again categorize them as 2. One is here, second is hereafter. And in the here, you can have the worldly achievements categorized into thousands. The economical, the political, in various ways, the relational, the position wise, आप कितने भी लक्ष्य बनाओ, they are all rangs, color. But for all the colors, just like the white color is the basis, so too for all achievements, spiritual, non-spiritual. In non-spiritual, the otherworldly, this worldly. In this world, all types of results. The white color type of one common thing is Paurusham or Purusharth. सफेद रंग से सारे रंग निकलते हैं, पौरुष प्रयत्न से सारे कामयाबियां हासिल होते हैं. No, this has to go deep. Not that we don't know, not that it's a new thought, but it is so common thought that we don't value it. And then the other thing in our Shastras is the one which is said at one place to console us, but is taken in a negative manner to neutralize all our free will effort. That's called as the Daivam or Purusha Prarabdha. तो वो क्या है ना हमको बहुत कमजोर बनाता है वो जरूरत है उसका when we are in lot of difficulties it's only prarabdha we are going through that gives us some consolation protects us from totally sinking in. But then if that becomes the more powerful thing than this purushartha, we can achieve nothing in life. One thing is paurusha. Second is what? Paurusha is called as pravritti. Paurusha is putting efforts and efforts are put by by beginning them. That beginning, that initiative is used here as pravritti. तो प्रवृत्ति रेवा प्रथमम फर्स्ट इज प्रवृत्ति घर से निकलो ना तब जाकर कहीं नौकरी ढूंढो करो तनख्वाह लाओ then immediately without any gap the second equally important sentence or the word Bhagavan Vasishtha ji says here so that you should not miss it later on. That is what ki yatha shastra viharina. है ना? He is doing pravritti but exactly as per the shastra. Whether it is he is gaining aihika sukha of hundreds of times sukha or success or amushmika or paramarthika. Ahika amushmika together is called abhyudaya. Paramarthika is called as nishreyasa. A human being's endeavors are possible only for abhyudaya or nishreyasa. Both of them are yatha shastra viharinam. सो प्रभु यथाशास्त्र विहारी नाम जैसे शास्त्र कहते हैं वैसे ही करने का उसको विहार के रूप में आनंद से करने का जिनका बुद्धि सेट हो गई है टू सच पीपल प्रथमम द फर्स्ट इज प्रवृत्ति ही एवं फॉर व्हाट फॉर प्रवृत्ति एवं साधनी सर्वकर्मणाम साधनी all accomplishments sarvakarana means all endeavors sadhani means giver of the success. So, sarvakaranam sadhavi kim prathamam pravrutti eva and that pravrutti kidrushi yatha shastra viharinam yatha shastra. जैसा शास्त्र कहा वैसा प्रवृत्ति करना सारे कामयाबियों के लिए मुख्य प्रथमा. Here pratham means there is not that second and third. Prathama means most important karke. There is no other alternative to be there. That's the dvitiyam kim then. तृतीयम किम अस्ति द्वितीयम तृतीयम नास्ति प्रथममेव अस्ति एकमेव अद्वितीयम अस्ति यथाशास्त्र विहरणम एंड यथाशास्त्र प्रवृत्ति एव साधनी सर्वकर्मणाम सब कर्मों में विजय पाने के लिए चीज. Therefore, are we catching that point that we should take initiative in achieving anything as per the Shastra without relying on some divine blessing or some prarabdha or some fortune or some luck or some जादू. कुछ नहीं होता दुनिया में, ना जादू होता है ना कुछ होता है, कुछ भी नहीं होता. Even if some Mahatma blesses you, but उस महात्मा का भी that's a purushartha only that he got those siddhis, no? And no Mahatma will bless any Duratma for more than once or twice. तीसरी बार कहेगा तू जा फिर अपना मेहनत कर. One thought is caught. Same continues now. Second one. Manasa vanchate yacha yatha shastram na karmana sadhyate mattalila sahu mohani nartha sadhani. So these are all very good shlokas having literal meaning one, indicated meanings many. First he says, Manasa vanchate yacha. Yatcha manasa vanchate. Whatever is desired by the mind in the mind. But yatha shastram na and na karmana. Either is not doing karma or is doing karma but not according to Shastra. In both cases, that person who has got vancha in the manasa, what happens that sadhyate matta lila asau. That will never be achieved. It is only intoxication or pagalpana. Then mohani, it is deluding and artha sadhani. That mano vancha of him will never be fulfilled. And the other one is Mohani. Here, Moha is the sense of disappointment, sense of failure, sense of non-achievement, sense of incompleteness. ये सारे हमको दुख में डालते हैं, वही मोह है. क्यों हुआ ये मोह? क्योंकि कामयाबी नहीं हुई. वही नहीं हुई कामयाबी, इधर not worked or not worked according to the Shastra, according to the system or technique. Shastra means the right way of doing anything to achieve anything, like electricity. But electricity is not there in our earlier Shastras. Vidyut Shakti, they have mentioned it, but as it is used today, they never had. But today the electricity is there, it has its own rules to be followed. That's called electricity Shastra. So to computer, etc. They were all not there at that time. But whatever was being done is done by computer. They used to do with their own दिमाग. इसलिए इस मशीन की जरूरत नहीं थी. Machinery was not there all those days, but with machinery, whatever you are achieving, they are already achieved through. Today it is called as Yantra Shastra. They had the mantra and tantra. Mantra Shastras they had, by the way. So, see the three things. One is Matta Leela Sau. Matta Leela means what? He is this Vyapara of entertaining the desires in mind. Two, either not working. Three, or working not according to Shastra. That work of him is Matta Leela. Matta Leela means a person in intoxication. What he does, he doesn't know, and it has no meaning, purpose. So having desire but not working or not working according to Shastra is a Matta Leela. Pehli baat pakado. Second is, it is Mohani. Just to I said, it will take us into a Moha sthiti. In that Moha, so many things we can add. The depressions, the dejections, the disappointments, and the sense of failures, losing hope of the life. क्योंकि कामयाबी तो नहीं हो रही. Third one is na artha sadhani. That will never fetch you the result. पहले फल भी नहीं मिलेगा. दूसरा ये तो केवल मोह लीला है वो. तीसरा नॉट मोह लीला, मत लीला. थर्ड वन इज इट इज मोहनी. Therefore, the beauty of this श्लोक is मन में वांछाएं मत रखो, ऐसा नहीं कह रहे. रखो बट करो भी उसके लिए काम अकॉर्डिंग टू शास्त्र. Then succeed them. If not, साधना भी फल तो नहीं मिलेगा ही, because you are not working at all. That mere entertainment in the mind is Matta Leela, and it is only Mohani. Mohani means the one who loses hope of every sort. बस ऐसे जगत कुछ होता नहीं, मिलता नहीं. अरे भैया तुम करते जाओ तो मिलता जाएगा. Okay. So here Manasa Vanchate. Now let us define the Mano Vancha can be the outer worldly also, can be the other worldly also, but you and I should not have them because they're all binding, even though we succeed in them. For us, the Mano Vancha is only Paramatma Prapti. Like whenever you go to temple and all, that Pujariji, while putting that Shadari on the head, Shadari, Mano Vancha Varasiddhirastu, he says. At that time, you have to be careful when the Lord is blessing through that Pujari. At that time, मनोवांछा मुझे ब्रह्म ज्ञान चाहिए, आत्मा अनुभव चाहिए, ऐसा मनोवांछा करना है. उसके लिए तथास्तु लगेगा. उस समय और कुछ सोचो मानो, उसके लिए वो आशीर्वाद हो जाता है. Actually, मनोवांछा फल सिद्धिरस्तु करते हुए, there are तथास्तु देवतास, they are moving all the time. इसलिए हमेशा in the mind have only one mancha, that is I have to have the ब्रह्मानुभूति and मोक्ष. निरंतर करते जाओ, कोई ना कोई द्वैता का तगड़ा वाला ब्लेसिंग कि मनोवांछा सिद्धिरस्तु, दैट ब्लेसिंग ऑफ हिम तथास्तु देवता का वो काम करेगा. मजेदार बात. So we have explained thoroughly the shloka. The direct meaning is any manovancha we have, but we are not doing karma or not doing according to Shastra, it will never give the result. It will be only mere Matalila. Third is creator of the Moha. Second is manovancha should be spiritual only. Done. The next shloka. यथा संयतते येन तथा तेनानुभूयते स्वकर्मैवेति चास्तेऽन्या व्यतिरिक्ता न दैवकृत्. See, yatha sanyatate yena. Yena, by whomever, yatha, in whatever the way, samyak yatate. The efforts are done with all systematic planning, resource gathering, etc. Tena, by that person, tata, in that way only, anubhuyate, the results are gained and experienced. सेम साइड ऑफ श्लोका इन गीता में ऐसा होता है, ये यथा माम प्रपद्यन्ते तान तथैव भजाम्यहम्. Whoever comes to me with whatever the attitude, I bless him like that only. So here also, whoever does whatever the efforts, that way the result come. So yatha samyatate yena, samyatate, samyak yatate. Okay, samyak means 100% perfection से लेकर 0% perfection तक, ऊपर से नीचे. जैसा जो बंदा जैसा प्रयत्न करेगा तथा तेन अनुभूयते, in that way only he gets the result. So this idea of luck, idea of fortune, idea of the fate, right now only let us select and delete. क्योंकि वो हो या ना हो उससे कोई काम बनता नहीं. काम करने से काम बनता है ना. वो क्या करेगी हमारे फेट वेट करके? है तो रहने दो. That is not an alternative for our self effort. Self effort has to go on happening only. So yatha samyatate yena tena tathaiva anubhuy tatha tena anubhuyate. So every word is important in that samyatate. That sanyak yatra means what? Leaving no stone unturned in the form of the hard work. But hard work cannot be done like Gadab has without using the mind intellect for proper thinking and planning. Samyatate, sam means samyak. Samyak means fully well, perfectly. The one who is fully well, perfectly doing yatna in whatever the way, field, tatha tena anubhuyat. He gets the result like that only. Therefore, the $1,000,000 Vasishtha Uvacha here, let us catch the point. He says, Swakarma eva iti cha aste. अगर है कोई इस जगत में, वो अपना स्वयं का कर्म ही है. न अन्य, there is nothing other than. Okay? Then, avyatharikta daivakrutu. Even what you call the daivam, the prarabdha, also is not other than sakarma only. Only thing is it was done in the past. वो भी स्वकर्म ही है. दैव नामक कुछ नहीं है. Only to one who has totally surrendered to the God, he will take care of all his needs. But surrendering to the Lord also is पुरुषार्थ only, no? भगवान ने कुछ नहीं, कभी नहीं कहा कि तू कुछ मत कर, तू बैठ गधे की तरह, I'll send everything to you. Or I'll bring. He said, you are seated doing. Ananya Chintayanto Mam, Paripasate, Nityavayuktanam. You are vigorously involved in them. Therefore, Yogakshemam Bahami. Remember this one. That quotation English, Lord has kept food for every bird, but not in its nest. The bird has to go and do prayatna to get its food. Like morning we talked about one thought, no? Wake up the sleeping lion. Vaashishtha is the one who is waking up the sleeping lion in us, who when wakes up and puts effort, no prey, including the elephant or hippopotamus, also difficult for him to catch. So to let our goal be Parabrahma or Brahmadeva. Nirgun Nirakar में Parabrahma, Sagun Sakaram Brahma Deva. Both the goals can be achieved by the share जो जागृत होता है. वो ये जागरण कर रहे हैं वशिष्ठ जी. So though I am talking very slow because of no energy and so many classes continuously from 5 years, etc., but this should be talked in a very vigorous manner. I don't do it though I can, because I have to talk every day. इसके बाद भी इतने क्लास है, कल सुबह छुट्टी है, इसके बाद क्लास नहीं है तो आई कैन एग्जॉस्ट. लेकिन दिन में एक क्लास है, तो अब दिन में 10 क्लास कर रहे हैं, तो यू अंडरस्टैंड माई वीकनेस एंड लिमिटेशन, बट फील द मीनिंग व्हाट वशिष्ठ जी इज सेइंग. He is saying there's nothing like called as any prarabdha or other thing. If at all something is there, it is your own karma, and the whatever the way you do, that way you get the result. Even your prarabdha, whatever is, it was the karma only in the past. Therefore, believe in karma, hold on to karma. You are human being, you are alive, you have all the abilities, you have all the helps, you have all the energies, you have all the opportunities, you have all the freedoms. You work now. That's the meaning. That is a roaring of the sage Vasishtha ji here. मैं रोर नहीं करूंगा. आप पकड़े ना उस पॉइंट. ही कंटिन्यूस. उच्छास्त्रम शास्त्रितं चेति द्विविधम पौरुषम स्मृतम तत्तो तत्रोच्छास्त्रमनर्थाय परमार्थाय शास्त्रितम. Now with these words so far, if Sri Vasishtha ji thinks that he has convinced a person on the point of doing the Purushartha, Swakarma. Now he is talking about the second equally important point. Once you have decided to do karma, then on basis of what we have to do the karma, that also we have to know. कौन बताएगा हमको कौन सा कर्म कैसे करना, क्या फल पाने के लिए. Therefore, that Purushartham, the Paurusham also is two types. One is Utshastram, second is Shastritam. So in the word only the meaning is revealed. Ut Shastra means शास्त्र को उखाड़ के फेंक कर अपने इच्छा अनुसार करना. Totally neglecting, rejecting the Shastra injunction and doing whatever the way one wants. This way also Purushartha can be done. Second is Shastritam, means Yatha Shastram, as said by the Shastra exactly. In this way, Paurusham Dvividham. The free will, self-effort is of two types. Shastritam, exactly according to Shastra. Utshastram, exactly opposite to the Shastra. In these two, Tatra Uchshastram Anarthaya. That Uchshastram is Ullangana of the Shastrana, Shastra Ullanghanam, and doing it as the way you want. Anarthaya. Like anywhere, Lal Batti ho gayi. Shastram, you have to stop. You moved without stopping. यहाँ बच गए होंगे तुम, क्योंकि शायद ट्रैफिक कम था या सुबह का समय. No, because of the habit, no. Little later at 7, 8 o'clock also. You break that rule, उच्चास्त्रम करोगे, don't follow लाल बत्ती, ले जाओगे तो इतना लगेगा गाड़ी ठोक देगी हमको. Or there is a police wala who is supposed to stop such people and punish, so we will be punished. License ले जाएंगे हमारा. तो तत्र उच्चास्त्रम always anarthaya. What about the following of Shastra? The following of Shastra is Paramarthaya. Means what? Right from the simplest successes to up to achieving the Paramatma, Paramartha Paramatma. Paramartha is Moksha Purushartha. Up to that, one can succeed if one does Paurusha according to Shastra. The biggest problem in today's India in Hinduism is we are not living according to Shastra. That's why all the injunctions, all the daily routines, regulation, rules, relations with the people, with the money, with the naukari, with the prakriti, none of them we are knowing nor following. That is why the physical diseases uncountable, mental traumas and parishania, intellectual bankruptcies, relational breakages, and then the economical, though economic growing, but all that is misusing, there's no peace, no joy at all. रिमेंबर ये बात आज के दिन, जिस आज का दिन अभी शाम का 7:30 6-7 हो गया मानो 7, सुबह उठे हम मानो 6 बजे 13 घंटे, कितना समय में हम जो किया अकॉर्डिंग टू शास्त्र हमने किया, याद रख के करके, बस रूटीन वी आर डूइंग एंड द रूटीन वाज एज वी वांटेड. First of all, have you got up according to the Shastra? The time to get up according to Shastra, if your seekers is Brahma Muhurta. If not, ordinary Grahastha, at least that Pratak Kala, after Ushak Kala. Brahma Muhurta, Ushak Kala, Prarakta Kala, then Arunodaya, Suryodaya. Suryodayam, sun risen. Arunodaya, sun has not risen, but the whole horizon is full of light. That's before that is called as the Pratak Kala. Before that is Ushak Kala. Before that is Brahma Muhurta. सो ब्रह्म मुहूर्त तक उषक काल में उठ भी नहीं पाए, प्रातः काल में उठ जावे, तो दैट्स अ शास्त्र। देन उठते ही पहले क्या करना? फर्स्ट नहाकर अपना उपासना पूजा वगैरह करना। Isn't it? First thing is yajna upasana. Then only the required things of the day, only two things. One खाना पीना का बनाना, दूसरा दिन भर का नौकरी करना. Again when you come in the evening, that 6 to 8, 8:30, we have to spend only in our Daiva Sambandhi Upasana, Bhajana, Kirtana. Those who come to this class, they are doing, because we are doing it from last 5 years without even one day break. 4.5 साल हो गए. I'm very happy. 1600 दिन बिना रुके एक दिन भी, सुबह शाम. लोगों ने बहुत किया होगा, बट बीच ब्रेक्स we have done without break. I'm also seeing how long I can do. When I find I'm not able to do, मैं भी रोक देता हूँ. फिर we change it once in 2 days, 3 days. क्योंकि कोई शक्तियाँ हमेशा तो रहते नहीं. I can feel the difference by now. You also. Why some of the people have become discontinuous? I know the reason is this. That stability, ability is not there, stamina to come regularly. Once in a while you come, but वो लोग मुंह दिखा नहीं पा रहे. आपने आपका ख्याल है, मैं थोड़ी मना किया. By the way, that's all different. Now coming to the point, Utshastra Vidhana is Anartha and Shastra Vidhana is Paramartha Prapti Hetu. So what we started yesterday, same thing with various ways Bhagavan trying to convince. Only two so far talked about, even though we have spent so much of time. One is we have to do the pravritti, we have to do our POURUSHA. Second, that should be according to Shastra. Whether the goal is worldly or spiritual. Third, obviously the goal should be spiritual. Bhagavan Vaashishtha will teach first to the spiritual goal only to Ram. नेक्स्ट श्लोक इतना आ गया ना. तत्र उच्छास्त्रम अनर्थाय परमार्थाय शास्त्रितम. उच्छास्त्र शास्त्र उल्लंघन करके करना अनर्थ का हेतु होगा, बट शास्त्र के अनुसार करे परमार्थ तक मिलेगा. नाउ नेक्स्ट. द्वाहुडा विवयुध्येते पुरुषार्थौ समासमौ प्राक्तनश्चैहिकश्चैव शाम्यत्यत्राल्पवीर्यवान्. Now as I said yesterday, if you remember, even in morning also we were talking in our introduction, that topic has come now. Ki, yes, we have to do Purushartha, yet immediately it may not guarantee in giving us result. Why? What's the reason? This the discussion starts now. Next 4 slokas are very good. 2 thoughts they convey. Both of them are very, very precious, very, very important to console us, to inspire us, to keep us stable. One is what? Ki dva huda viva yudhyete. Dvau hudau iva yudhyete. Huda means not Huda, HUDA, Haryana or Hyderabad Urban Development Authority. Huda means that goats. The masculine जो goats होते हैं ना, हुडा कहते हैं, जिनके कंपटीशन कराते हैं और दो themselves come अपने हेड ऑन हेड कोलिजन टक्कर करके दे फाइट विथ ईच अदर. ऐसे आके धड़ाक. यू हैव सीन देम ना, भाग भाग कर ऐसे जंप करके. सो द युद्ध ऑफ टू हुडास. दौ हुडौ इव युध्येते. Though there are two things, yudhyate, they fight with each other. Hudau iva, like those two, goat or sheep, whatever you call them. Okay. And what are those both of them? Purushartha. Both are Purushartha only. Sama asama. Sama asama means sometimes both are equal, other time this is more than that, that is more than this. Like two of the sheep when they fight. Sometimes both are equal power के होते हैं. So वो फिर खत्म ही नहीं होता युद्ध, बहुत समय तक चलता. अदर टाइम वन इज पावरफुल द अदर, तो उसको पछाड़ देता है, ये उससे पावरफुल है तो उसको गिरा देता. सो द्वौ हुडौ इव युध्यते. केते द्वौ पुरुषार्थौ. एंड व्हाट आर दे? सम असमौ. सो समासमौ दो पुरुषार्थौ हुडौ इव युध्यते. दो पुरुषार्थ है जो समान भी है असमान भी है, युद्ध करते हमेशा, like the two sheep, two goats. Okay, first point, catch it. Second is important. What it is? Ki praktanah cha aigikaschaiva. What are those two purusharthas? Praktanah, which is done past mein, aihika or adyatana, which is done now. Praktana aihika. So earlier done karma and its result in the present effect, and today the karma which we want to do. ये दोनों के बीच में दो गोट्स के बीच में समान तगड़ा युद्ध होता रहता है. नाउ लिसन टू मिलियन डॉलर पॉइंट कि शाम्यति अत्र अल्प वीर्यवान. इन दोनों में जिसका ज्यादा शक्ति है वो जीतेगा, जिसका शक्ति कम है वो हारेगा. गॉट द पॉइंट? If our praktana purushartha is stronger than the adyatana, that will get victory, this gets defeated. But if the adyatana purushartha is stronger, this will be winning, that will be defeated. So whichever is weaker, that will lose. Underline this point. दो पुरुषार्थ बकरी की तरह लड़ेंगे, जो कमजोर है वो हारेगा. So this is the answer to all questions, that even if I am putting efforts, I am not succeeding. Because of the praktana purushartha is more stronger than this. It appeals to the both. The one who working a lot in the present yet failed because his past purushartha is so strong that he is supposed to fail only. This is a negative example. Ppositive also. इस पॉजिटिव को देख कर ही नेगेटिव लोग जेलसी फील करते हैं, दुखी होते हैं. What is the positive example? Actually, this is negative. That is positive. He has done minimum effort. He is expected to fail only. But suddenly he passes or he succeeds in that business unexpected way. इसमें क्या हुआ फिर? अद्यतन पुरुषार्थ थोड़ा ही है, लेकिन प्राक्तन पुरुषार्थ का तगड़ा इतना इफेक्ट है, जिस कारण से बंदा फेल होने के बजाय पास हो गया, सक्सीड हो गया. In Ayodhya, why BJP lost? This is the reason. The Praktana Purushartha overpowered the Adyatana Purushartha. That is how the people got carried away and voted for wrong people. And then those wrong people are challenging. हम गुजरात में भी जीतेंगे, इधर भी जीतेंगे, कुछ नहीं होने वाला, तो हर जगह हारोगे बस. You are not a Deshabhakta, that's it. Whoever are not true Deshabhaktas, not Sanatana Dharma Bhaktas, in India they cannot stay for long. You go Italy and become Prime Minister there. Interesting. So whichever is alpha, that will lose. So what is a beautiful thought in that? We not caring the results. Keep on putting your efforts naturally till the present efforts become more powerful than the defeating past efforts. Then you achieve success. What do we do? When the praktana purushartha is stronger, then the adyatana, we lose it in that negative exam. Then we become demoralized. मैं इतना मेहनत किया फिर भी मैं सक्सेस को नहीं पाया. अरे मेहनत करने में सक्सेस पाओ, करते जाओ. तुम्हारा प्राक्तन था वो जितना भी ज्यादा हो, वो तो एक क्वांटिटी है ना, वो धीरे धीरे घट जाएगा वो. बट इन द मीन टाइम एवरी डे यू आर डूइंग अद्यतन पुरुषार्थ, और ये बढ़ता जाएगा. सो दिस वन डे विल डेफिनेटली बिकम more powerful than that past one. This is the inspiration our Vaashishtha ji giving here with all powerful way of explanation. Next one. Therefore, atah purushayatnena yatitavyam yatha tatha pumsa tantrena sadyogadu yena ashu adyatano jayet. That's what, Before studying the shloka, we have already explained the meaning. What is it? Ataha, what is to be done? Yatitavyam. One has to keep on doing the yatna struggle. Purusha prayatnena. With all your purushartha prayatna. Yatha tatha. as it has to be done in that way. And what is that as it has to be done? Ki pumsa tantrena sad yogat. Tantrena, with all logics, with all intelligences, with well plannings, with well all executions, pumsa tantrena sadyogat, yena, by which ashu, very soon, adyatana jayeta. The today's present purushartha is winning over the praktana purushartha. Simple direct example is our own Chandrayaan 2 and 3. The praktana was 2. We failed in that. It could not be put in the on the earth. वो क्या कहते हैं उसको, शार्प लैंडिंग और क्रैश लैंडिंग जो भी हुआ उसका. बट फ्रॉम दैट these are the things done. What are they? Purusha prayatnena yatha tata tantrena. More and more experiments were done day in and day out by all the ISRO scientists whom we don't know, but we have to salute them. By which whatever the mistakes were done earlier, they were all rectified. Therefore, this Aditana Purushartha had become successful, defeating the Praktana. They didn't fail that time. They could land our lander rover there in the moon. Everywhere, like India, Pakistan, every time they attack, or ulta chor kotwal ko dangte. They only talk everywhere against India. और बेवकूफ लोग लाइक ब्रिटेन एंड अमेरिका, दे यूज्ड टू बिलीव एंड सपोर्ट हम पाकिस्तान ओनली. नालायक लोग, कोई बिलीव करके कोई जानबूझ कर. Nobody wants India to grow even now because they are not spiritual or matured. They are very selfish fellows. उनका रिलीजन ही ऐसा है. Only Hinduism is the one which talks about universal growth. But the new government, it has used all its tantra, all its purusha prayatna yatha tatha to prove that India is a good country. Now everybody loves nation. 10 साल पहले लाइक कचरे की तरह इंडिया को देखते थे, इंडिया एंड इंडियंस. नाउ वेर एवर वी गो वी गेट रेस्पेक्ट. फिर प्राक्तन पुरुषार्थ को अद्यतन पुरुषार्थ ने हराया कि नहीं. इन से में पाकिस्तान, होल वर्ल्ड नो दिस टेररिस्ट प्रोड्यूसिंग फैक्ट्री. कोई लोन ही नहीं देता उसको. ऑल इस्लामिक कंट्री उनको छोड़ दिए, अब रो रहा है वो. Anywhere in the outer world, in spiritual world, in our own personal life, successes and failures, never give up because of past failures. Okay, either in doing or in success results. Today is fresh. Learn from those mistakes. Work today. Work today with so much of yantra, tantra, so much that you have defeated all your past and you have succeeded spectacularly in the present. The Japan is one example. They lost those 2 states or whatever. अब इतना डेवलप किया. China is another example. Oh, where were they 40-50 years back? और कितना मेहनत किए. From 1990 से start हुआ growth. 33 years. India also from last 10 years. Continue giving chance. India will be top in next 2047. अब दूसरों को दे दो, another Pakistan it will become. Another Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. शर्म करो, सीखो. डोंट वोट रॉन्ग वे एटलीस्ट नेक्स्ट टाइम. मैं तो ज्यादा प्रार्थना करूंगा आज से. भारत देश को, धर्म को रक्षा करने वाले ही पावर में आना है हमेशा. एंड दोज हु अगेंस्ट है, दे शुड आल्सो बिकम फेवरेबल बिकॉज इंडिया एंड हिंदुइज्म बोथ आर ग्लोरियस. that way. So, atah purusha yatnena yatitavyam yatha tatha pumsa tantrena sad yogat yena ashu adyatanah jayet. So your today's effort should be victorious over the past doings. Okay? तो पहले का पुरुषार्थ को जो हम आज प्रारब्ध कहते हैं ना, उस प्रारब्ध को और पावर करने इतना पुरुषार्थ करो, वो तुम्हारे हाथ में है. उसके लिए योगेन तंत्रेण पुरुष प्रयत्न. Yogayana is all intellectual thinkings, etc. Tantra means application of that thing through various required instruments or people's help, etc. है ना? योगा मतलब समझदारी. Tantra means resources. So the understanding, the resources and actual practice is called Purushaya Prayatnena. Purusha Prayatna हो गया practical, Tantra is हो गया resources, Yoga is हो गया planning. तो well planned, well resource gathered, well executed plan gives success over the past failures. So Adyatana Purushartha should win over Praktana Purushartha. So Vasishtha ji and all these saints have done all that. They succeeded. That's why vehemently they're talking that as the first topic before they teach 30,000 shlokas of wisdom. Clear? Then next श्लोक में कहते हैं अगेन इंटरेस्टिंग है थोड़ा नेक्स्ट पॉइंट आई टोल्ड यू नो अगले 4 श्लोक में 2 टॉपिक होते हैं एक टॉपिक हो गया व्हाट इज दैट अद्यतन पुरुषार्थ शुड defeat the praktana purushartha. Before that, these two like hodau, they fight with each other. Whichever is weak, that loses. Now, in the same way, thou hodau, two bakri, two goats, again is taken as example to convey another point. What it is? Dvahuda vivayudhyete. Again, same line. Purusharthau sama samau. So, like two bakri, two things fight. They are kya hai? Hudao, omi. They are also again Purushartha. They also sama asama. This time, what is the set of those two? Earlier, the set was Praktana Purushartha, Adyatana Purushartha. Both are Purushartha. Now also Purushartha only. But what are the two Purusharthas? One is Atmiyacha, Anyadiyascha. That's the difference. Earlier was my own Purushartha present, my own Purushartha of the past were the two goats fighting with each other. Now, two goats fighting with each other is same. And they are Purusharthas also. And they are Atmiya Purushartha, my effort. Then Anyadiya Purushartha, the effort of the others or the totality. तो व्यष्टि पुरुषार्थ समष्टि पुरुषार्थ के बीच में युद्ध. Anyadiya means other than me, anybody it can be, an individual, your own wife or children से लेकर के समाज, देश, the whole yuga also can be Anyadiya. उस पुरुषार्थ और मेरे पुरुषार्थ के बीच में भी लड़ाई होता है. इन दिस आल्सो जयति अतिबलः तयोः. Among these two, whichever is more powerful, that becomes victorious. In both cases, in spite of our effort, if you have failed means, fail is not because of we have not put efforts. Failure is because of the Praktana Purushashtha is more powerful than today. For the first example, the Anyad Purushartha, Anyadiya Purushartha is powerful than Atmiya Purushartha. Anyadiya Purushartha. Whichever is Balavan, they win. Like 2023 India World Cup final. तो आत्मीय पुरुषार्थ से अन्यदीय पुरुषार्थ पावरफुल था. So they became victorious, we lost. And this time 10 days, 7 days back, Asmadiya Purushartha Atmiya is more than the Anya Purushartha. So we got victory. Again, yesterday and today cricket match Zimbabwe. Yesterday, Anyadiya Purushartha strong. So kitna useless way our people are lost. But today, Atmiya Purushartha is powerful. Therefore, they are winning. सो तुम्हारा पास्ट और तुमसे अलग और तुम, इनके बीच में हमेशा लड़ाई होता है. इसमें तुम्हारा पास्ट तुमसे अलग. अबाउट दैट यू कैन डू नथिंग बिकॉज दे आर नॉट इन योर हैंड्स. व्हाट इज इन योर हैंड इज योर ओन पुरुषा. सो यू कीप इंक्रीजिंग इट सो मच दैट योर प्राक्तना और अन्यदिया you are able to defeat both of them. This is the game of life. Wherever we become powerful, we can defeat it. And we have all abilities to become powerful. Same thing in Daivasura Sangrama, which we are studying in our पुराना स्कंद में वही देखते हैं. जब इंद्र का बल ज्यादा हो गया, वो उसने जीता. ये बलि का ज्यादा हो गया, उसने जीता. What is the way to ourselves to be victorious always? Be powerful more than others. Our own past. That is what is our effort should be. Now, in the materialistic world, इस चीज का कोई अंत नहीं होता. Like देवता and asura might have fought minimum some crores of times so far in millions of सृष्टि प्रक्रियास, कल्प महाकल्प, उसका एंड नहीं होता. बट स्पिरिचुअल में ऐसा नहीं. वंस यू रीच योर ओन सुप्रीम गोल, देयर इज नो नीड टू एनी पुरुषार्थ और युद्ध. बस एस्टैब्लिशिंग इन दैट, स्टेइंग इन दैट इज ओनली रिक्वायर्ड. थैंक यू. विल सी फर्दर ग्रेट श्लोकास कमिंग अप. लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. मजा आएगा आपको. द कंटेंट इज सो ब्यूटिफुल. और ओनली आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग इट. Each one will have to become responsible for their own understanding and conviction and implementation of the main thoughts that are conveyed. बात ही वो हो रहा है ना स्वयं के पुरुषार्थ का, और कौन क्या कर सकता है. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं नारायणाय विद्महे नमो ब्रह्माय मंगलम. बोल से श्याम रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. ओम श्री योगवाश्मान शास्त्र की जय. हस्त विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यास आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय. रामायण महाभारत भागवत उपनिषद गीता ब्रह्मसूत्र योग भाष्य पातंजलि वस्त्र अध्यात्म रामायण सूत्र संहिता शिव पुराण स्कंद पुराण आदि समस्त श्रुति पुराणिता शास्त्र की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नम आरती मते हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मृति. राम राम. हमें हमें श्री आदिवराक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्षु मुक्त गण की जय. भारत माता की. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स. Join in 5 minutes for our Hindi satsang. Right.